Hello and welcome to AntipoDnD. Apologies for lack of episode last week. I was even sicker than I was the week before. I am now sort of back to where I was 2 episodes ago. I'm still coughing a bit, but I'm better than I have been. So thank you for your patience. I will try not to cough too much on stream. But to save my voice a bit, I am going to ask my wonderful players to again recap the events of, well, what's been happening in this campaign and what happened in the last session. Go.
Alright, what did we do?
on a
Last
boat.
session we fought some fishmen.
The bad ones.
Proper pronounced bad fishmen.
Mm.
Popped aboard.
The ones that make that gurgly noise in World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
and then one did get away, I believe. The mage got away.
They weren't Murlocs, they were Sahugans.
Right.
We got Sahooged.
It's pronounced
We did get to who. we did win. One got away. Duncan did give chase, but I believe
he did go after her, but she got him with hold person. And
Yeah, my person was held for a couple of rounds, which was unpleasant.
But thankfully you couldn't breathe underwater, so you were fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fine,
Anyone
just
it had to happen to. The
Yeah,
fishman
at
was
least
the best option.
Still water going over the gills, so we're all good.
We're all fine.
Everything is fine. But before that, we found a boat. And before that, we were prisoners on a boat.
Yep.
And before that, we were prisoners in Heron's Perch.
A prison.
And
Well, that we were just
before
living
that-
our lives.
Yeah, we were general miscreants.
Vibing, man. So now we're on our way to, I believe, potentially find the boat again and get ourselves a crew.
Yeah, we were hoping to intercept them and
if we get there before they do.
Yeah.
Liberate some prisoners
Our crazy
for altruistic reasons.
pyromaniac friend, yeah.
Big guy.
Big Goliath, yeah.
You have set course for Liberty Bay because you know that's where the other boat is headed. But you are hoping to spot them beforehand and maybe find some way to, get away with some, rescue some convicts to become your crew.
Liberate.
Yeah. Also,
Dungeon Master.
yes.
Sorry. In terms of the old boat, what roughly would we know? Maybe we don't. Was the crew to prisoner ratio? Any idea? Sorry to
I mean,
make.
Gil probably knows.
There would definitely be.
It was undercrewed.
Yeah, it was undermanned.
Yeah, they were unstaffed. Yeah.
Definitely more convicts than crew. But of course, the convicts are all in cages.
Yeah. Right. Cool. Right.
And some Marines?
Yes, there. You did see that there are Marines of the Oceanic Trading Company armed with muskets.
Yeah.
And you are still level 2, so a single musket ball could kill you.
Is unpleasant. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, whatever level you
will
are,
kill
a
us.
musket ball.
Sorry,
Musket
my
ball in the wrong
cat's
spot's not going to do you
currently,
any favors for sure.
You see this guy? He's opening the top cabinet by
can
jumping
see him
up and
opening
using
the
his body
cabinet.
weight to swing it open.
What a little bastard.
Ma'am, you have a gremlin in your house?
She has a gargoyle, is what she has.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, so we beat the fish people. I think that's where we left off, right?
Glennie stole a kelp wrap net and a
net.
great trident.
It was not
Rad
theft,
trident?
it was looting.
Oh yeah, I rightfully acquired the spoils of the people who came very close to murdering the shit out of me.
Yep.
Which is a valid reason to steal things.
And you're the
Completely
new boss
legal.
of the thing because you picked it up.
There was the
Mhm.
net, the trident, and the obsidian orb, which is
That's right. And the interesting ball. Yeah.
not magical,
That's
but very beautifully carved.
Cool rock.
Inventory.
Unfortunately, new character could not give less of a shit about cool rocks.
Orb of obsidian. I have it.
Mm.
Okay.
Can't wait to tell all my friends. They don't have a rock this big.
Right. He's gonna go and show some.
Dagmar
Bullshit
would have
crabs.
loved it.
Also, I would have fought over it. It would have been great.
Okay, so it is the middle of the night because that is when the fight occurred. That's when you were ambushed.
Oh yeah, I was on watch.
I gather, from what I remember, you looted the corpses, then you tossed the corpses overboard, and you said something. Yeah. This reminds me. I meant to say this before the show began. Since it came up last session, that two of you took deep speech. I think you're assuming that it was
Aquan.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I am happy for you to retcon your language choice there. Drench, you can take Aquan, which I think Duncan gets for free.
I do, yes.
So Duncan, if you just want to keep deep speech for some reason or switch it to something else, you're welcome to.
I will give it some thought. Probably next time we level up, I will. Well, actually, I'll do it before then because I don't want to be too far in and realize that, undercommon is wildly useful to have, and then magically Duncan knows it. So I will pick one after this session.
I don't have Aquan on mine, but I'm just going to leave it as deep speech, and then we're going to be like, oh, it's Aquan.
Okay, cool. Right. So, yeah, you've dumped the bodies, looted them. Are you all going back to bed?
Yeah. Gwen would definitely like to sleep a lot.
I'll pick up the end of her watch.
How's everyone feeling, man? Does anyone need any, magic?
I think you've replenished me to the point where I can just have a little nap.
Oh, that's good, man. I'm happy about that.
I think last time you Drench did heal Gunny right up.
Almost. There's 1 hit point left to recoup naturally.
Oh, so close. Anyone else can ride bites?
Todd is on 8 of 17.
Todd, man, you okay? You're right.
As I said, he's sitting in the corner just licking.
Okay.
Just licking his
in
wounds.
case.
Yeah, because
any more midnight shenanigans happen, man.
He copped it in the shoulder like a
Yes, he got tridented right in the shoulder. Yeah.
I will cure wounds. I'm gonna go boop him on the nose.
Yep.
4. Ooh,
just give him a little ruffle.
9 hit points, just in case.
Nice. That's thank you.
Just in case anything else happens tonight. In case we get eaten by a kraken.
The ocean is disgusting.
Okay.
There's a lot of things going.
Hey, I live here. The ocean is fine.
Done with
things in the ocean are disgusting.
Well, I mean,
same is true up here.
Yes, valid.
You've got a point there.
Now, since I can't remember which of you decided to take the third watch.
Okay, it was Drench, and then Gwen, and then wasn't it Duncan?
Might have been Guapta, but Duncan has volunteered to finish Gwen's watch, and I'll just do a watch afterwards. Because I'm still at 20 bites, so I'm.
It was Guapta. It was Guapta.
Okay.
It was Guapta. Okay.
That means I can do a roll for him.
Wonderful.
God, boy. Feel bad.
Cool.
He pulled open all the kitchen doors.
The rest of the night goes without incident, and when you wake in the morning, as well as being long rested, you can press that button. You do find that Guapta is still aboard. He hasn't been taken by something that he failed to see overnight.
Fabulous.
Hey.
And he hasn't tripped and fallen on Drench.
So, can I please have someone roll a D100 for me?
Not me. I didn't see the.
You should do it.
To do it. D100. Okay.
You have a benevolent demon over your shoulder. Oop, he's gone.
I just have a regular kind of demon. It's a 38.
I was going to say that's not benevolent.
Okay. And 1d8, please.
And 1d8. Okay.
All right. Yeah, this is the weather and wind. Yeah.
Oh, that's a 7, Dungeon Master. 38 and 7.
Okay, so the wind today is coming from the south, and it is light. So the water is choppy, with waves going up to about 8 feet, but it's fine. The boat can handle it. So you're moving. You're moving at a speed of about 6 knots per hour. You're moving at a speed of 6 knots, which is 6 nautical miles per hour. Oh boy. It's been a while. So let's go to the Wandering Isles.
Yes, please.
I've got a proper token there for you now. This is where Mother's Mercy is. You can see you're
Wonderful.
coming past Bruin's Horn. You're heading
Ooh.
for Kethlane's Strait.
Coils. Oh, mine's still loading. Sorry, Jeff Bezos eats on my internet.
Yeah. So
Are there dragons in Kathleen Strait?
There's Dragon Bay just down there.
Okay, look, give me a history check.
Oh,
What does Duncan know about being up here in the above ground? 14 or above water.
14.
Okay.
There are always stories about, the further away you go from civilization, the more dragons there are. And most of the civilization here is on the eastern coast of Keldrith, so you'd assume that's where people would say the dragons are, but there is some evidence to support that, yes, dragon activity gets a bit higher when you go further west in this region. So it's possible. Could be more dragons flying around.
Yeah,
Now-
we fought an ancient white dragon in Pathfinder Day. I'm like, chill out, guys, don't worry about it. I've killed one of these with a chair before.
So, Guaptagil is going to say, okay, I'd say we're about halfway to our destination. Maybe a third. But as long as the wind stays in our favour, we should be there within a week.
Okay, cool. No one whistle. Bad luck.
Oh,
Well, I didn't
Is that-
want to whistle before, but I do now.
Okay, well, don't. Yeah, bad luck.
And he says, so I'm assuming we'll be going through the strait between Mist Island and Dragon Bay. Now, it
Literally named.
gets pretty narrow there. In fact, I need to work out how narrow it gets.
I mean, do you want to try and intercept the ship? Should we wait around the island somewhere for it, or are we just gonna go to Liberty Bay, or
Yeah, he says so. That would be probably the best place if we wanted to lay an ambush and wait for them to go past, because very good chance to be able to see them as long as conditions are good, as long as the skies stay clear. But there's always a chance still that we could miss them as they go past, or that they've already passed us and we haven't noticed.
what are we feeling?
Oh, we
Ocean
should keep
is
going.
Too big.
I don't imagine they're faster than us.
Well, surely not, right? You were pretty quick.
He says, certainly Mother's Mercy is a faster boat than Newland.
And they're even more understaffed, man. They ain't got you anymore.
Yes, but we are also somewhat undermanned at the moment.
And sort of underexperienced.
Ooh.
Well,
I think if we could miss them, maybe not best to wait.
I mean,
At this point, Mother's Mercy is going to join the conversation. They're going to say, well, there is an alternative.
what's that?
This place that the other boat is headed to, Liberty Bay, you're calling it, yes?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Nobody there's going to be looking for you, are they?
Not yet.
I mean, I guess the people on the boat were looking for it, but other than that,
But if you get there before them, you could just go ashore and wait.
Push there.
I mean, is it scarier to like break free a bunch of prisoners from a prison ship while we're in the bay?
Well, understand I'm far from an expert at this sort of thing, but I would imagine that your former Mercy speaking to Guapta at this point, that your former crew are very much on the lookout for you, and therefore an encounter, if they spot your boat at sea, they would immediately prepare for action. However, perhaps if you were to wait in secret on land, I could hide somewhere nearby, out of sight. Then your foe would arrive, unload, and everyone would have their guard down. You would just be travellers passing through, and then you would be free to do what you want.
I do like the idea of being closer to land in case everything goes, deathy.
Todd, who is used to thinking sneaky, seems to be he's on with this.
Okay, well, let's take a
Being
vote,
able to
man.
stake it out and ambush. He likes that.
Okay, who wants to stick out a kind of ambush? Yeah, Liberty Bay, raise your hand.
Todd Paul.
Guapta,
Okay, looks pretty good.
Guapta abstains. And
Okay, and who wants to meet them on the open ocean then?
If we see them on the way, we can.
Guapta abstains. He's not voting. And Mother's Mercy says, I do not
ran
have
out
any
of
hands to raise.
All right, put your rope in the air.
Also, I
Mercy.
cannot see how the four of you are voting. Please remember that.
You can
Okay,
just say
well,
"I," darling.
Hey, say aye. If you want to wait
Are,
an ambush,
are you abstaining as well?
Honestly, I'm not overly keen in any engagement at sea at the moment, since we are undermanned. I believe I can survive holes in me, but I do feel them when they happen.
Oh, that's good.
Sounds
to know.
like a vote for
A
land.
fair point.
Sounds like a wait for hiding. Yeah, maybe around that corner or something on land there.
And Guaptagul says, there is one other thing to... He looks a little bit embarrassed and eventually says, I can't, or at least I shouldn't, go onto land with you.
Why is it?
I get seasick on land.
Well, like motion sickness?
Bless.
Well,
The
When-
Lack
opposite.
of motion sickness?
when
Sturdy sickness.
I first went to sea, it took me months to get my sea legs. When I go back to land, it takes me months to find my land legs again. Better for me to just stay at sea.
I had a similar problem when I first came to Heron's Perch. It very hard to swim up here.
Yeah, man, this
Second floors confused me for months. Couldn't just
yeah, you can't
go
you
to
don't
them.
have
I had
like
to
XYZ
stairs.
movement,
What
yeah.
the hell was stairs?
You gotta go upstairs. Yeah, there's like the water and stuff, man. Crazy.
Mother's
Weird.
Mercy,
Meant-
Well,
Mother's Mercy
Limited,
says,
yeah.
well, this works. Guapta can stay with me while the four of you operate on land.
I ship it.
okay.
So do they.
Okay. So, rather than going through weather checks and perception rolls for every day and night until you arrive at Liberty Bay, I'm just going to get 3 perception rolls that'll cover the course. Actually, we'll make it 4. There's 4 of you. Who wants to roll perception first?
Me. I'll do it.
Hard to perceive.
Yep. 17.
Okay.
Nice.
the next day of sailing is quite calm. Very little happens. You see, with that roll, you will see, in the distance, you will just spot what looks like a whale far away, but not close enough to engage with.
Good.
What do you mean engaged?
Well, I don't know. Should you want
Well,
to
when
speak
a
to it?
seafarer and a whale like each
Love
other a
very
lot,
much.
yeah.
Or need a political alliance.
Or want to end up with its belly.
Yeah, that's also a thing. Does it
Uh,
count as engaging? I suppose it does.
Next perception roll.
Oh, it's
yeah.
me.
Ah.
Oh, no. Go ahead,
No.
Drench.
Are you sure?
Yes. I
Okay.
apologize. You are up on deck anyway.
Oh, it was an 18, and then it was a 6. I got 9.
Wait, did
Okay.
it go down? What?
The
No,
die
it was
flipped.
rolling like a dice.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
it rolled.
Got
Is
little animates, yeah.
Drench, you have a very uneventful watch. Very little happens until you do not spot it until it is already almost upon you. It looks like a transport ship. Probably a merchantman. It is flying Oceanic Trading Company colours. It is at this point probably only a couple of nautical miles away from you.
Colors, did we take our colors down?
There's there's kind of late
remember.
to the get-go here, but there's a boat on the horizon. Just letting you know.
Ocean Trading Company was fine? Question mark?
They are the ones transporting you. In
right.
partnership with the Kingdom of Taras.
Okay,
Yes.
no, we hate
Businessmen.
them.
It's
It's
just
just
good
good business.
business.
Free traders are the slightly more piratey ones, right?
The
Not
League-
quite pirates, but
The League of Free Traders are they are pirates for all intents and
Yeah.
purposes.
Rebranded.
It
But
would
these
not
guys
be
are probably
unlike
alright.
it would not be unlike pirates to fly false colours until they're close enough that they think they can catch you and then announce their intentions.
Are we
Indeed.
close enough for that to be unfolding, or are they letting us? They don't really care, or what's the vibe?
Yeah.
All right. Give
But to get
me.
your spy glasses out.
I will have Guapta do I shall call it a nautical insight check. And I'll get one or two of you to do that as well.
So what?
that's fun
Well-
because my insight is +0, so it's always a nautical. Sorry,
Plus 3,
continue.
but it's not good.
That is a 7
Oh,
Perception? No, insight.
Yeah.
insight.
I got a
Don't look at that.
21.
Okay.
Oh, mine's plus
Todd,
5.
Todd
Jesus.
did spot the
Roll a 7.
the drow
Ignore me.
and sort of see how far away they were when they noticed us. So I guess that sort of checks out.
Yeah.
Lenny does not know about ships, so she is not rolling.
I'm changing
So-
my dice.
Todd, you're able to imagine, and you probably sort of dash up to the tops so you can get a better look at everything that's going on.
Yeah, he absolutely does. Bounding knowledgely.
You can see that the course that the boat is currently on, the way it's headed, it seems to be running parallel to you. It is not set. It is not looking to intercept you.
And they don't look like they're turning or anything. They look like they're just continuing on their way.
You can, in fact, you will probably spot that on the deck they are just going about their business. They aren't frantically pulling on ropes or adjusting sails or anything like that.
So Todd, after having viewed them from on high, climbs back down again and said, "They look pretty relaxed."
I mean, if you're not bothered, I'm not bothered,
Let's not start any trouble.
It's not the Newland, is it? Important question.
It is not.
Cool. I suspect we would have been told if it were, but
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah, it actually looks probably a little bit larger, and it's Guapta
Nicer.
will note that it is riding quite low in the water and moving slowly, so it's probably transporting cargo.
What you're saying is, if we want to be pirates,
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we're big, scary pirates, we could go for it. But we're not. So we won't.
Well, you are the captain,
you're a-
so
Pacifist.
Yeah, man, I didn't say it was a good idea. I'm not doing that. You fire a gun? You kidding? Absolutely not.
yes.
I eat leaves, man.
We all
Yeah,
eat
after having been
leaves.
taught how dangerous guns are to the user, Todd pretty much assumes that you're a fucking nutcase if you're actually using one at this point.
It's only only a misfire on a natural one, and even then, it's a better than even chance of it just not firing. Very, very unlikely to explode in your hand.
Yeah, but Guavda would have said, but it could.
But it could. It could, yes. It is more likely to explode in your hand than a longbow. That is true.
Wizardos could also kill everyone with a fireball, you know.
Yeah, but you don't
True.
have to prime and cock one of those.
Technically, if you don't let your fireball go, it will explode.
Love a fireball.
So after several minutes, you've passed each other, just two ships sailing past
Nothing in the night.
in the day. But
Yeah.
Ships in the day. Yep.
and the rest of that day goes without incident. Another perception check from someone who hasn't done it yet, please.
I will go. That is a 8.
8.
Wow.
8, the burning 8.
Gwenny is too busy looking in anything reflective to actually see anything.
You do not notice until it is almost right upon you. A whale.
Oh,
And
how many whales here?
Nope,
this
nope,
one,
nope.
by the time you've spotted it, it is actually only about 150 feet away from the boat. It seems to be interested in your boat.
Mother's tits, that is huge.
Oh, cool. Hey, man. Drent is going to call out to the whale.
Okay. You're using speak with animals? Yep, cool.
No, he's just going, hey, man.
I mean, I could.
So
Maybe the whale has the hot goss.
it's about 55 feet long.
Pretty good whale.
Which
What kind of whale is it, Dungeon Master?
I'm not thinking about it.
makes it only slightly shorter than your entire boat.
Not thinking about it.
It is a southern right whale.
Not thinking
Right
about it.
whale. Beautiful.
So just remind me, what did Drench say to the whale?
He said, hey, man.
Okay. The whale is going to... It was sort of coming towards... Now it sort of turns and is now... It comes alongside. And it then actually turns so that its nose, its snout is facing upwards. And it starts sort of swimming so it can maintain this posture. And you can see its eyes have come up out of the water so it can see what's happening above. This is called, I think it's called spy hopping or something like that. It's something they do when they're trying to look above water.
Adorable.
And it is going
That's
to say,
clever. It's doing a little dance.
it is going to say, "Oh, there you are. You're one of the little ones." But
Hey, man. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty little compared to you, huh?
how intriguing. I've long speculated that your kind might be capable of linguistic communication, but I often felt that you lacked the necessary implements to make it work, and yet somehow I understand you now.
Oh yeah, a lot of us aren't good at language. Aren't good at language. Magic, you know.
Oh dear, none of the others are going to believe me.
Oh, that you saw a talking small one? Yeah, I've been
Yes.
there, man. You've been there.
It's what about the others? Can they speak too?
Oh, yeah, they can. I don't think they can understand you, but I can translate if you want to say hi.
Very well. Say hello. And I'm sorry, they're too small to be potential mates.
Yeah, hang on. Hey, guys, the whale says that. He says hi. And he says, sorry that you're so small, and you're not big enough to be his mate.
Well,
That's fine.
very forward.
It looks like good eating. We raise the bill hook.
As soon as
Yeah,
the
they said
billhook comes into view,
Okay, no.
the whale says, "Oh, I have heard stories of little ones who hunt us for meat. You are not among them, are you?"
Oh no, man, I eat kelp. I'm a vegetarian.
Because
Gwen will ask Duncan if he's aware that you can make quite a good perfume out of some of their
I
insides.
had
The
heard that. In fact, we trade with
Drench is not
some folk up
translating.
in Heron's
Todd to
Perch for
Drench
I'm
is
not doing
various
kind of-
metals.
average.
Todd wants you to say hello, big friend.
Oh yeah, no worries, Todd. Drench will relay.
Mhm.
So if you're with me on this venture, I don't
guess
think it
Noel
would be a
sticking out
problem.
there waving.
No.
at
Oh, I'll
you.
eat anything, darling.
No, we're not eating. We're not. No. Hey, whale, man. I mean, do you think? Do you swim around here a lot? Yeah, you might migratory maybe.
well, it says, I'm currently migrating north.
Oh, cool, man. Hey, you haven't seen like I mean, you've probably seen a lot of boats. You haven't seen like one that's like maybe a bit bigger than this.
A boat that's like this large dead tree that you're on.
Yeah, large dead tree. Drench is gonna do his best to explain the convict ship. Just curious.
Going in the same direction that you're going.
Same way as us, yeah.
Not that I've noticed.
Or stay away from it if you do, man. These guys aren't nice.
Very well.
These
I
guys
shall,
aren't nice.
I shall do my best.
It's good.
Now, my fin is
hey.
getting a bit tired. I might need to
Yeah.
go horizontal again.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, man. Hey, have a good migration, man.
Yes, and you
Oh,
too.
come on. Just a bit off the flank. He's not going to miss it.
No, don't kid me. I'm not right now.
Sploosh back into the water. You all get a bit
Right.
of collateral splash as a result.
What a lovely guy.
No, retract.
Duncan, you can't eat the whales, man.
What do you mean I can't eat them? We eat
How's
whales
them?
all the time.
I don't know, man. They can talk and stuff. I don't think you should eat things that can talk, man.
You can talk to
Fine.
everything.
Yeah,
Flame
everything.
of-
I
Yeah,
can't eat
man.
anything when I'm with you.
Why do you think I eat kelp,
Every
man?
time.
It's weird. It's weird, man. You talk to them and then you eat them.
It wasn't that time I found all those clams and you said I couldn't eat them either.
You can't eat the clams, man. They can
Every
talk.
time.
Just fish are friends, not food, man.
You can talk I can't talk to them, so they're food for me.
If Drench ever picks up Speak with Plants, you're doomed.
You're fucked.
He's just gonna
You
have to
can't
become a
eat anything.
vampire. It's all good.
He's gonna eat morning dew and the dreams of children.
I wonder where that falls on the ethical scale.
Look, as
I don't
long as the
know.
child doesn't, I think that's probably vegan.
Maybe he'll go into the Feywilds and just like eat
Ethical
like
children's-
Eldrin do and like eat moonbeams or whatever it is
Yeah,
they do
you
there.
can do that.
You realize I used to farm tuna, right?
Look, as long as I don't ever speak to one man, I can get past.
Okay,
it,
so
but
as long
it's
as
just
you're
weird.
not talking to them, it's fine.
It's just weird, man. It's like, hey, I'm gonna eat you. They can understand me,
Wonderful.
man.
Gwen, next whale. We'll get on the next whale.
We're
I
not
will
doing
call-
whales, man.
To you instead.
What you need is a whale that wants to be eaten.
That thing?
What a good point, Mercy. Sorry, that wasn't actually Mother's Mercy.
Actually,
I know,
yes, I
but-
think Mercy would say something like. Actually, that is exactly the kind of thing Mercy would say.
Uh-huh.
Crazy.
Huh. Well, if
By
we find
name and
one,
not by nature, man.
Mm.
Jeez.
Oh, it's. I'm not saying it would be easy, but perhaps by some kind of enchantment or excessive training, you might be able to find a way to raise an animal that actually wants to be eaten and was capable of saying so.
Some people into this?
I don't know, man. I think that's just
Ra-
opening up a lot of
raises-
ethical issues.
Yeah.
I'm suddenly less gung-ho about this whole thing.
Yeah, it got weird, man. It got weird.
I mean, I suppose you could sort of invent a situation in which you made it believe that being eaten was the highest honor.
Well, that's just an ethical consideration on its own, man.
From a puzzle perspective.
Hmm.
From a
I, of course, would
philosophical
never
point of
do
view.
such a thing.
This will require
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, selling, promising a soul to something else is pretty fucked up. Hey, man. Thanks.
Duncan is just like absent-mindedly chewing on some sort of sea fish that he's farmed out or that he's fished out of the ocean at some point.
I've been
Luckily, I
thinking
don't
about
have to
the
consider
we eat
such
whales
things.
thing.
Mercy,
Working
Yeah,
with
that-
Mercy says,
beauty products.
wait, are we certain that whales have souls?
Huh.
Everything has a
Dude,
soul, doesn't
do
it?
they not? Does everything not have a soul, man?
Mercy says, perhaps, but I do feel that some souls might be worth more than, are of higher value than others.
Depends on who's buying.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, Mercy, you're a soul, right? You're a soul in a boat.
I suppose
We
I
gotta
am.
get a wizard on here, man. Figure out this magic.
You know how I feel about wizards.
I mean, I don't like them either. They're all talk.
Hmm.
If you were to find a wizard that you were prepared to vouch for with your lives, I might allow it. But otherwise, I'd very much like to keep my distance from them.
That's so valid, man. They got fly fireballs. It's crazy.
You are quite flammable.
Yes, please no fireballs aboard my person.
Yes.
So valid.
So,
All I have is this cool glowing
Solid
trident.
request.
It looks amazing. And that's not real fire either. This is magic.
No, you can put your hand right on it.
Such a good party trick, man.
Huh.
I
seems weird.
assume
Does it
that-
work underwater?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's sticking it in Drench's bathtub.
I mean, it came from a fish, I assume.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a really
One would
good
imagine.
point.
It's basically
Oh, well.
acting as a ring light for her at all times now.
Nice.
If only there was some way to check. But alas.
You will test it
We'll
and
never
find
find
that
enough water to
water does not douse the illusory flame.
So we can stick it in your bathtub, but not until you change the water.
I am due for a change.
Oh,
Although,
can
if
get
you
pumped out.
wanted to add some extra poison damage for the attack.
Mm.
Drenched Duncan's bathwater.
Duncan's special soup.
Little boy soup. Mhm.
Yeah, do not drink.
Sadly, it probably wouldn't do extra poison damage, but it would lead to a chance of infection
It'd
and
be-
long-term
Mhm.
disease.
It'd be ick damage, I think. Which should
Yeah.
be a new
It's
type
like
of
a
damage in
Komodo
D&D.
dragon. It's the septicemia that'll get you.
You just walk up to someone and say, now, before I stab you with this, you need to know where it's been and why you therefore do not want to be stabbed with this.
We
Smell
did
it.
put this in a fish man's bathtub. So I assume throughout all of this we are continuing on our merry way.
Yep, you continue on your way.
The boat moves no matter what we do, right?
That's
Yeah.
how boats be doing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the wind is blowing. Which reminds me, let's get another D100. I'm not checking for every day on this journey, but we're about halfway through, so let's do another weather check.
All right, who hasn't done it yet?
I mean, I haven't. Have I? No. What is it? A hungy
Yep,
The
100.
hundo.
Get that hundy.
and an 80? An 8?
And 80 is strong winds, but not too strong. Strong enough that you can sail at full speed at Mercy's
no, I rolled it
maximum
wrong.
speed of 10 knots.
I rolled them all together and it came out weird. All right. Roll 100 is 85.
Still strong winds.
The D8 is 2.
Okay, strong winds from the north, which is really
is that good?
That's really good because
Yay!
that's
Yeah,
the
that's
direction
good.
you're heading. Well, I mean,
Nitro!
you are now heading south, so you are at making best possible speed.
Boom, boom, bitches.
Why do you think it's called the hungering teeth?
Go up
That
to
seems like something we shouldn't inquire too deeply about.
Gil.
Hey, go up there, man. Why is it called the hungering teeth?
He says, it's because ships that come through that way get eaten or wrecked.
Whoa.
Wrecked.
Okay.
There are a lot of reefs and treacherous rocks in that area. Best to avoid.
Okay. I was curious. Are there any dragons in Dragon Bay?
Go up to Gil is going to say, not that I've seen, but I've only been through here a few times.
Is there
Okay.
invisible dragon?
It's very potentially true, Todd. They do have pretty strong magics, I've heard.
Todd kind of frowns and looks up.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Is it misty on the Mist Island, or
He says, see for yourself. You look over as you're passing through the strait between Mist Island and Dragon Bay, and Mist Island is in fact shrouded in mist.
Hey.
what time of the day is it right now?
It is a time when there should not be mist.
Well, hey, what's that about, man?
He says, I have no interest in finding out, to be honest.
It's very atmospheric.
Very spooky, man.
But that's
Yes.
wonderful for your skin.
Well, I mean, the moisture in the air is generally better for you. Yeah, you want that humidity.
Mm.
I have one more question, man.
You said that one question ago.
I know, but the cogs are turning. And wait, does he know what cogs are? I don't know.
To be around.
Yeah,
Right?
cogs exist.
They're constructs.
Yeah.
Does
I mean,
Drench know what they are?
Clams are
You got wheels at
crawling.
least.
Surely.
Crabs be scuttling.
Cogs are just part of any kind of engine that turns, and they don't have to be powered by steam or.
I mean, I suppose there'd be
fuel.
some on Mercy, wouldn't there? Like the big turny things?
Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
I suppose we don't have a big turny thing.
Yeah, wouldn't the anchor be rigged to a...
Mercy has a windlass, but yeah, the concept of cogs is not a modern one.
Okay, cool. He knows what a cog
I
is
think.
at least. I do like the crabs be scuttling.
I mean, we're talking.
It's hard to
Clockwork.
I am-
Clockwork's quiet.
I am not an engineer. I want to be clear about that.
Neither's Drench, to be clear.
Yeah.
He's a forest man. Why is it called the Wailing Depths?
He says, that I do not know. I assume someone heard wailing there, and not the thou she blows variety.
Well, that's concerning, isn't it, man?
The names are quite ominous, aren't they?
Hey, everything's ominous. Mist Island is covered in mist. Dragon Bay? Do the dragons live on the Mist Island? So many
That would-
questions, man.
Go together.
He says, well, the good news is that if you ever decide to investigate it, I will be staying aboard this boat.
Am I back? I'm back.
We
Seems
can go
fair.
back to it at some point.
And
Those are my questions.
Do I still owe a perception? Is that what we're up to?
Yeah.
yes,
Just you.
Now, This is a special perception roll because this is basically
Uh-oh.
Guidance.
What?
Guidance.
Ah,
Guidance.
Good call. So you've made it past Dragon Bay. You are now approaching the island of Valravena. And Glaptagil says, yeah, I know roughly where we are, but this navigation is never the most precise of disciplines. We will need to look for Liberty Bay as we approach it. And that is what this perception check is for.
Okay. What am I adding with guidance? It's a
D4.
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 So
please, sip play.
17 plus a 4 or plus a D4. 18.
18 is pretty good.
8 whole teens.
So you do not miss it as you sail past.
Hooray.
You do, in fact, see
Yay.
from a distance in a protected cove somewhere around here. I will move you to the map.
Yay, maps.
Map.
Shoreline. I see shoreline.
Oh, it's
Duncan doesn't care what's past the beach, but, you know, maybe there's Liberty Bay there. Who knows?
You gonna be okay on land there, Duncan?
Let me just run down to my bathtub real quick.
ugh.
So
I assume I've changed the water somewhere in the last week.
this map is actually based on Port Arthur.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
With a few changes.
I cannot see it.
Oh,
Tokens?
Mine's still loading.
have I done the
Mine's black, so I assume.
Oh yeah,
Lighting.
mine's black too.
no token vision, no fog
I can
exploration?
see.
There we go.
Ah, there it is.
So this is based on Port Arthur, but with some changes because Port Arthur does not exist in a magical fantasy land.
Good call.
Where's Port Arthur again? Is that New South Wales?
Tasmania.
Ah, there we
Yeah.
go.
Port Arthur was where all of the convicts who were too bad for the other penal colonies were sent.
Where am I looking for this?
Goodness.
Foundry.
Did they actually prove that
Should've
they stole
been-
shit?
I'm just gonna refresh.
Yep.
See what that does.
Sorry, Con. What was that, Con?
There we go.
I just asked if they actually proved that they stole shit to get sent to Port Arthur.
I think like the gnarly ones were sent to Port Arthur.
Ones that
murder
have
Yeah,
tattoos.
so
and
basically-
Sydney.
The ones at Port Arthur was the it was so they had somewhere to send the ones who had already been transported, so that if they misbehaved again, then we could say, if you do that again, we're
Oh.
going to send you somewhere even worse. It's called Port Arthur.
Tasmania.
Wow, the prettiest place.
You enjoy those lush forests and think about what you've done.
So you spot it from afar. You see it's it is a very beautiful location. You have this cove, got a hill. Most of the settlement appears to be on this side. From a distance, and with Duncan's perception check, the most notable features you see there's a fancy building on top of this hill, probably looks expensive, probably belongs to someone in charge. There is a tower here, a tall tower which has the look of a wizard tower about it.
Hey.
It is,
Interesting.
yeah, unless it's a shot tower, which I don't think Duncan would really know about.
Don't get my hopes up. Don't you,
No, I would not expect so.
Shot towers are very cool, by the way. The whole idea is they discovered that if you drop a liquid, it becomes a perfect sphere over time as it falls through the air. So they realized, so if we just take our molten lead and drop it from a height, we can make musket balls without having to actually put them into a mold. So they just dripped molten lead into, I think, just straight into water, and there you go. Perfectly round musket balls.
There's
My head, it
a
was like where the party wizards hang out.
There's a shopping centre that is actually built around an old shot tower that I've been to. And there's this brickish pillar that goes straight up. And yeah, it is legit just a hole that they drop lead down. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is actually not a
Yes.
bad look for a wizard tower.
Mm.
So you spot that. You'll also spot here. There is looks like a dry dock, and there is currently some kind of boat or ship being constructed there on land. But apart from that, Guapdegil is going to say, so for obvious reasons, I've never actually been ashore. I can't tell you much about what to expect there beyond what you can see from here. So it is up to you what we do next.
Do we gotta like pay? I don't have any money. I
The
don't have any
idea was for Mercy to hide.
Yeah, where can we hide? Where can we hide?
I mean, wherever, right? Just come back in a couple of days.
Go around the little horn there, or you can't hide out in the open, right? Like, do they have like designated docking areas? Would it be really suspicious to just have a boat?
You need a backstory if you have a boat.
Guapta says, if we dock, they'll want to know who we are, who we're working for, why we're here. They'll probably expect us to be wanting to trade.
We have nothing.
We have a ship full of stuff, don't we?
The good stuff.
Not you
Mostly
don't.
ship, right?
You don't
No,
really.
it's not cargo. They were a
well,
research ship.
You don't have trade goods.
No, we've got like a barrel full of fine-ish clothes and some other loose bits and pieces, right? Like the barrels we looted for all of our gear early on.
Yeah, but
That's
you've looted
like
all the good.
trade,
You've looted
Okay,
all the good
okay.
stuff.
All the good stuff is gone. Okay.
We're
It wasn't like there
mostly
was
rich
a
in
leather and a
corpses.
chainmail and a...
Can we say we're on a tour? Oh wait, kelp traders. What are we doing? What's our angle, guys?
Surely mercenaries works, right?
Right.
Mm.
Do we look like mercenaries, man?
If we stop there, they have seen us.
Guapta is going to add, there's another option. Didn't you say you've found a staff that will let you teleport?
Yeah, man.
What if you teleport ashore and we just keep sailing by? You can say, I don't know, you've been stranded, shipwrecked, teleportation spell, accident, and you've just stumbled into civilization looking for help.
I like that idea, man. Yeah, I keep forgetting I have this.
Not the worst idea.
Kind of using it as a stick. Sure, we can do
Teleportation circles are all the rage.
that. Are they? Is that what they're doing now?
Oh yeah, they're installing them in a few places. Have there been any more since the last couple that went in?
Since campaign 1, yes, more teleportation
Aha.
circles
See?
have been installed.
All the
But
rage.
any wizard can still cast the spell with or without access to a circle, but there is always a risk of failure.
Mm-hmm.
Or
It's not a completely unreasonable cover story.
That sounds pretty fun. Yeah, sure, let's do that, man. Okay, should we go now, or is everyone ready? Or
So I'm going to call a break so I can rest my voice, so you can think through exactly how this is going to play out. And also because I think you all need to be level 3 now.
Yes!
So I'll let you do that during the break. So this might be a slightly longer break than usual, but when we come back, our players will be level 3. They will hopefully have decided on their course of action, and we will introduce them to Liberty Bay. Don't go anywhere. And we have returned. Thank you for waiting. Our heroes are now level 3. Oh, by the way, press long rest again just in case there's anything you need to recover after leveling up. And they have arrived at Liberty Bay, or they have spotted Liberty Bay and are in the process of formulating a plan as to how they're going to acquire some crew. So let's just hear what the plan is, or what step 1 is, at least.
Step
so
1 is
to
sticking
go, yeah.
there.
Step 1 is
Yeah.
to make a portal hither, and then step 2 is to make a portal zither.
Thither.
Thither.
Thither. Thither, 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 thither.
Thither is a stringed instrument.
It's like that's because I'm thinking of the bard from Dragon Age.
Mm.
Zither.
Mm.
That's what we're doing.
Mm.
And beyond that, we haven't thought about anything because I don't think any of us have like a great deal of intelligence score. So this is what we're rolling with.
Yeah. Whither then? What?
Yeah, let's be like, how'd you get here?
Mm.
You guys ready? I'm gonna do this now.
Why not?
Sure.
Mm.
Sure.
Guapta says, oh, wait, how you get... So we have to stay within a mile. My understanding, we have to stay within a mile, or the portals will break. So either we stay somewhere close to shore, or you need a way to tell us to come and get you.
We could shout real loud.
I'm not sure we'd be able to hear you.
Okay, well, I'm out of ideas then.
I could go throw a firebolt upwards, like a flare.
Might be hard to see during the day.
We could meet you at night.
I could perhaps ask a sea bird to relay the message.
That's a good idea.
I don't understand bird.
Yeah, but
you understand when a bird lands on you.
Yeah,
Yeah, when it lands and does a funny dance or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out for
Seagull
birds acting sort of particularly to you.
I will ask the bird to peck the mast. How about that? And that means come to shore so I can do the portal.
Okay. All right. That's
Sounds good.
definitely a plan.
At least
Okay,
12% of a plan.
Are you ready?
Final question is: are you placing the portal on the north side of town or on the south side? The south side, you see, there's a path, a road that seems to lead, follows the coast for a little bit, and then goes inland. The north side seems it's heavily forested, and it doesn't look like there's any roads or civilization there.
Forest sounds good, right? But I also feel like that's a trap. But that just might be me. What's it a trap for? Who knows? Spiders. I feel like we've been in this situation before.
It's okay, none of us are bards.
That's
True.
true. The spiders can't get you unless you're a bard.
Mm. Well, I mean, proven.
I have deliberately picked an inedible class this time, so
Fish?
You're a fish!
yeah,
Everyone's
but like a real
fish.
tough one with an armored forehead. So like,
Tell
good
that
luck.
to Fugu.
Yeah, you're full of like microplastics.
yeah,
Mm.
exactly, inedible. It's fine.
I guess north side? Wait, sorry, which side had the trees? I already forgot.
North side. You'd be
North.
coming
Oh.
in this little cove here.
Oh yeah, that looks good. We can just do a walk.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
wander
that's pretty
over.
out of the way. Benefit is that I don't think anyone's going to see us terribly much because that's all hill work as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's better if they don't see us, because if they see us, they're gonna be like, "Hey, where'd you come from?" And then they're gonna see the boat, and it's gonna be like, "Oh, they came from the boat." You know?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I'm gonna do this now. I've never done this before.
Ooh,
Okay.
Excellent. Maybe I'll just
will-
swim. That's fine. I'll swim to shore.
You're gonna
I
take.
won't.
Um,
No.
Well, since you're doing this over a distance, I will get a. I'll say it's a ranged attack, because you are aiming for a spot, to shoot. This is where I want the portal to appear.
Ooh,
So
maybe the
ranged
teleporting
weapon
accident
attack.
won't be a lie.
Like, I have one ranged weapon, and it's a net, and I have a -1 to hit. Is that my ranged?
That's because your dexterity is -1. However, I will let you add your proficiency bonus because it is a magical staff.
Okay, so +2. So I got a +1.
Yep.
I got a 1. I got a
Yeah, you
1.
got
It's
+1.
+1 on your roll.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll the -1, and then we'll.
Now,
You
this
guys
is
can just
mainly
work that out
because
for me.
it's the first time that you've used this.
I got an 8, I think. Wait, hang on. I got an 8
You got
plus
9.
-1, so I got a 9. Okay,
Yeah.
fuck,
Yep.
man.
9.
It's all right. 9.
So good news is you don't quite hit the target you're looking for, but it doesn't create a portal in a place that would have you fall to your death if you step through it or something like that. It's
word.
basically in Portal where you try and shoot it on a surface that isn't meant to have portals on it. It just whiffs out, and you have to do it again.
Geez, sorry. It doesn't. Yeah, it usually isn't like this.
No, beginner's luck. Or unluck.
What's a 9 plus -1 plus
10.
1? I got
10.
10.
10.
I will say 10 is good enough.
50%.
Thanks, man.
So the exit portal.
Great rolls so badly. What the heck, man?
Exit portal on a rock beside the beach. Where's the entry portal? Because you can actually put it on any flat surface.
I was thinking the mast.
Not large, not wide
That's not
enough.
flat surface.
Not wide
That's
enough,
curved
yeah.
surface.
There
The
a
floor.
wall?
Nah, we're doing the floor.
Cool. Jump in.
The deck. He's
So we'll
just
do
gonna
one of
do it on the
those
deck. Yeah, we're all
gravity
gonna
shift
fall
kind
out.
of fall-ins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This looks so cool in the movie version.
Yeah, that, but it's not.
Yeah, that, but poorly.
Because we're not. He's not a cool druid like she is. He's an idiot.
Okay, so you're basically jumping down the hole.
Yeah, Drench is gonna go in.
Yep. You jump in, you come out horizontally flying feet first. And give me an acrobatics check to stick the landing.
All of us?
Drench.
Now 17. That's bullshit.
Yes, you do not take any damage as you tumble through onto the beach.
21.
He stands up and he does the
Ooh,
gymnast
Todd's on
like.
Todd does a flip.
Come
Yeah.
on, Drew, man.
Duncan
lands.
and Gwendolyn. We'll say Gwendolyn's going through last. Acrobatics check, please. Again, I'm not going to make you do this every time you.
I miss my old acrobatics. 10.
10.
It's alright. Only level 3.
I
So-
used to have a +9.
Todd
We're
sticks
level 3.
So Todd does a little flare at the end and then gets bowled over by Gwendolyn. But
Oh,
you don't take any damage from it.
oh, good.
Sorry.
Okay. So you are now all on the shore.
Gwendolyn's
Around-
presumably
Yeah, I wanna say
picking
that.
her
Yeah.
hair out of her horns.
Part 2 of the plan is success.
Great.
So,
we're on an
Todd
island?
does have a cloak that he brought as well from the dress-up box.
Yeah, you might want to.
Just
I
adding that
think
to
you're
the
beautiful, Todd. But
costume.
yeah, you probably
Mm.
put that up. Yeah. Anyway, where are we going?
So as you look around, you see a hill in front of you. You can either climb the hill or follow the shore to your left.
Well, I mean, I know what I'm voting for, man. What about you guys?
I also vote for what you're voting for because it looks flatter.
I'm going to see if there's any horseshoe crabs.
Water would be preferable.
Let's do it. Hey, in for a beach walk, Todd?
Mhm.
Great. We're taking the beach.
Okay. It's not far. It's only a minute or so before or even less than that before you come around here. Each square actually represents 60 feet on this map.
Okay, not that far.
And as you come around to this point, you can now see quite clearly there is a wall here.
Oh.
It seems that it has been set up to keep probably just creatures from wandering in. But you can fairly easily move around it if you're happy to get your feet slightly wet. Or you
Oh,
can
that's
try and
just
scale it.
Why
Yeah,
they put a
go
wall
around.
on the beach, man?
Oh no,
You can't,
whatever shall I do?
can't put a wall on the beach, man. You don't own the beach.
I think they own this section of beach.
Well, that's just not true. And no
I know
one
you
owns
can't
the
own a beach, but
beach. I own a beach, man.
these guys apparently do.
Should we sidestep it?
I'm not
Sure.
timing it.
Duncan will go first.
Okay. If
Sort
you're
of
just
step
going through the
around it.
water, then no
Yeah.
rolls. You see this dry dock with a boat. It is currently just the keel and the frame, so almost like a rib cage sitting there. You're not currently seeing anybody working on it, but you are hearing a sound of soaring coming from this general direction.
Okay.
And there are buildings, various buildings to the right. And it all looks fairly modest, but neat. This is not run down. This is, people are taking care to keep this place looking nice.
Fair.
No.
Todd, do you want to sneak ahead and check out that sign?
Yeah. Do we have a map of exactly where we are?
Yeah, go. You're on it.
Yo.
Yeah, so we're
did update.
here-ish.
All right, so I'm here then, over with you guys, except like not deep in the water. And where was the soaring at?
29, right? Yeah.
Yep, 29.
29. Okay. Well, there's not really a whole lot of cover, so I could only really sort of sneak around. Because that's basically clear beach between the hull and
Yeah,
the.
There
you
are,
make a
there
high
is the
stealth check. Doesn't matter.
occasional rock and so forth. But I will just get a stealth roll from you, please. Just a
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
stealth roll.
Do a stealth roll and see if I can sneak up and see something.
Guidance.
Mhm. What? Oh,
You
cool.
get guidance.
Guidance. They get a D4.
He's gonna.
I needed
pop
it.
you in
That
the
wasn't
head.
very good. 13. plus a
Guidance can
D4.
only be bestowed in a spontaneous shriek.
If I,
Oh
if
wait,
I-
D4, not a
only-
D6. Crap, that's the wrong die. Ignore that one.
No, D4. Is it? Was that D6?
No. I rolled
That
a
was a
6.
D6.
But I rolled the same result, so it's fine.
Man, there you go.
Yeah. So 13 plus 4, so 17.
That's good.
Is it a crit if you roll a 4 on a d4?
Yes, critical
No.
guidance.
Cool. So they are, as you sneak up, you see a few people inside what is a saw pit from the looks of it. A place where they are cutting various very, very large timbers into shapes. And they don't seem to have noticed you. You have spotted...
It's probably a canvas cloak that he's got, so probably not black. So he's probably kind of sandy colored.
That would make sense. Or grey.
Mm.
Grey is the best option for
Mm.
blending in.
Good default.
Yeah. So dudes in the saw pit.
They
Yeah.
hot?
There are a few humans, one dwarf walking away, and
Oof.
there's a turtle walking around. A large black and orange turtle.
Oh.
Seems to be supervising them.
You look armed.
No, he has arms, but
Mm.
I was about to say that.
yeah.
but not bristling with weaponry.
No. Actually,
Suspect is wearing a hat.
give me a perception check.
Perceive. That's a 21.
21.
Fox, turtle.
None of them are armed, and you don't actually see any weapons in this space. Aside from tools that could be improvised as weapons.
Yeah, when all you've got is hammers.
Is this like are we vibing that this is an indentured servitude situation or like a colleague?
Well, see, the person who's overseeing probably would have arms if it was
Yeah, like
that's what I'm thinking.
Seems likely.
Oh well, I guess if I've perceived all the things, then Todd will sneak back and go, they're just working.
you have clicked on all the clickables.
I mean, should we avoid them? Maybe walk past. You seem busy. Or should we speak to them? Speak to them.
Do we need to ask them something?
No.
I mean, we just want to get to the main port, don't we?
That's
Yeah,
cool.
let's just waddle on by. Mandarin business.
Plausible deniability.
We're going to
Wonderful.
push on, Dungeon Master.
Cool. So are the rest of you trying to stealth past? Or are you just walking past?
Probably. I think we'd rather
I
not
guess-
attract their attention.
Let's do it. Let's do stealth checks. Let's do it.
Cool.
Let's see how we go,
gonna-
new team.
Do I keep
Fly
my
casual.
previous one, or are they
No, I think I will get
No?
everyone to roll stealth. We'll make this a
group
group.
stealth?
Yep, it'll be a group check.
Oh,
My guidance
Duncan's
myself.
Or did Duncan put his chainmail on? Duncan would have put his chainmail on, so it's with disadvantage.
I'm guidancing myself.
19.
20.
8.
Hang on. Oh, 17.
Wow. That
Nice.
that actually averages out to be a pretty good group check. So
Is Duncan the one who's like sploshing through the water? Like,
Wet
Gav,
flippers on
get-
sand sound and like jingling chainmail the whole way.
Thwack, clank, thwack, clank.
Yep.
I was like,
And-
does
Flock
that sound like
jingle,
a
flock
sea
jingle.
monster just arose?
and
Right.
somehow they do not notice you walking past. Probably because they are busy working, and there is a soaring sound happening as they
In
are walking
excess,
away.
flaring out of the
a
Ditch.
furbolg and a fish man.
So you walk through the dry, walk past the dry dock, past the saw pit. You're now following the path around, and you can now see the settlement much more clearly. Obviously, these are the docks. This is where boats will probably come and actually unload, offload cargo and or
What are the
prisoners.
spotty squares? Did you explain that?
The what?
Spotty squares, like they're gardens or?
Oh, yeah, that is agriculture. There is
Yeah.
a lot of agriculture here.
Okay.
You've got these buildings along the front that look like they might be probably workshops or something, as well as the Wizard's Tower, which is very visible from wherever you go. You're also now noticing that around here, it almost looks like an old castle. A series of defensive walls and a couple of towers, which you would assume would be the military barracks for the OTC. But apart from that, from here you can't really tell what the specific function of any of the other buildings.
Okay, well, on we press, I guess, right? If there's nothing else to...
You are
There's
now,
no, like, foot traffic through here?
not where you are, but you do see, just moving along the road, you do see a few individuals walking about. You actually see a couple of company guards with muskets in uniform. Looks like they're just walking patrol.
On then?
Yeah, where should we go? Should we just like hang out, or
I mean, eventually we have to get to the docks, right?
I mean, yeah,
Should we meet them at the dock? Where else do they go?
I don't know, man. Hey, I'm a captain of the boat, but I'm not the captain of the land, you know.
Good thinking.
Plan.
Where do you think they would take us if we stayed on the boat?
Say that again, buddy.
Where would they have take us if we had stayed on the boat?
I don't know.
Is there anything that looks particularly penitential?
They will go there.
From this angle... Oh, look, give me a perception check. Roll high.
How does it... Guidance? Was that
It was.
a guidance
Yeah.
scream? How does the
Todd cut off
16 grab
most
you?
of it.
Mm. Ooh, Todd rolled low,
Dumb.
14. He doesn't know what a
Drench is-
penitentiary looks like.
Drench is very gently putting his hand on your shoulder. He's not screaming guidance every time.
With, with 16, you will spot that there is... let me draw around it for you.
Big cartoon prison that says jail.
So this area looks like it's got a lot of tightly packed buildings, and which are all walled off from the outside. If you were looking to keep a large number of people under control, who couldn't swim the way to freedom, that would be how you'd do it.
So Duncan would have been fine even if we had stayed on the boat. Cool.
Well, it's the benefit of being a fisherman, right?
Right, so we know probably where the penitentiary is.
Do we go to like a cafe or something?
I'd love it to go to a cafe.
I'm sure there's some kind of dockside seafood place. There always is in a town like this.
Yeah. At this stage, you
kelp
think...
and a flat white, man. Sounds great.
At this stage, you're aware of the fact that you are still kind of outside of the town for all intents and purposes.
I assume we keep walking.
Cool.
Mhm.
As you come to...
So 21 over here.
well,
Sorry, I suspect you're about to tell
Yeah.
me, so I will be quiet.
as you come to this intersection, you're going past some very fancy formal gardens on the side here. And overlooking them is a building that has all of the architectural cues of being a temple. You can't... I should ask, do any of you, aside from Gwendolyn, who of course is a follower of the mother, are any of your characters very religious? Do you have a god that you follow?
Oop.
Todd doesn't follow the hungry one, but is aware of the existence.
Yeah, I feel like
Granted.
Duncan's gods are deeper and older than the guys in the All Gods temples,
Cool.
but also not
I
particularly
see.
active in his
One of
life.
your lads
Mother.
got blown off in the pirate city.
Yeah, destroyed the anchorage.
So,
Um,
looking at the temple, you can't. It's unclear whether it is dedicated to one god or another. It could be an all gods temple. Settlement this small, it would probably be an all gods temple.
Can Drench like lean down and speak to one of the plants that's in the manicured garden?
Wait, you've got speak with plants now?
They can understand me. I can't understand them.
Okay, sure. You're just doing the druid.
That's an
talk
amazing
thing.
loophole.
Yeah. Okay.
Be to beast and leaf, you can communicate in a limited manner with beasts, plants, and vegetation. They can understand your words, but you can not understand them in return.
Okay. What does Drench say to the grass?
Hey, man. Are you okay being like this? Manicured is what he's implying.
The lawn.
Yeah, he's not happy there's a lawn. He's anti-lawn.
It should be natives.
The grass just wafts gently in the wind.
That is so sad, man. I'm so sorry. He's getting teary-eyed. Look what they did, man. Look at they did these nice plants.
So it doesn't
You
get
see
it, but he
this?
gives reassuring back pat.
Thanks, man. Look
They
at
must
that.
have an enormous amount of money.
Awful.
Does seem like
And
an
they
extravagant waste.
torture plants like this, man.
Yes, it is
Awful.
terrible. I
Is
should
there
have
another
bought some of
plant
my
that's
products?
fancy, or is it just grass?
There would probably be some rose bushes. That's the kind of thing a colonial would
they
would put
have
in a
rose bush
garden.
in it, like a triple rose bush or
Sure.
something like that. Yeah. He's gonna go and speak to the
Bucks
roses
balls.
and ask them the same thing. Do they
Topiary.
waft in any way that he could interpret, or are they simply leaves in the breeze?
Okay, look, give me an insight check.
Sure. 21.
21. 21 is enough for Drench to realise that if the bush had any thoughts, it would not be able to communicate them effectively. But perhaps it just likes being heard. It just likes hearing
Someone says
a
hello.
voice. It now knows that somebody cares, and that's more than it's ever had before.
I
Aw.
care.
Aw.
I care, man. I'll get you out of here. Don't worry.
Just starts
The
digging.
mission has shifted. Yeah.
We're gonna
Suddenly the
liberate
ship is
the
crewed by
manicured
plants.
All right.
Yeah.
I could liberate them into a lovely cream.
Can he take like a cutting of the plant? Hey man, do you mind if I take a cutting? If I can't get all of you out of here, I can at least propagate your children.
Can I cut a piece off of you so I can save something?
I feel
Can
like
Gwendolyn add not guidance but assistance by pointing out to Drench where to cut? Because these are probably grafted if they're introduced, so she'll show him where to cut for the best chances of success.
Oh, bless.
Cool. I'll let you
How do I
automatically
roll?
succeed on that because
Okay.
the bush is not going to give you permission.
It's okay, man.
And as
Okay.
Drench's eyes rise above, you see just this row of rose bushes stretching away. There's dozens of them here.
No.
And there
We're
are
gonna be
oak-
here all day, man.
There are oak trees far from their home.
I don't even know what kind of tree that is. What's it doing here? It's not native, man. This can't be good for the local environment.
No.
It's awful. Who lives here?
Somewhat absurd.
Can I throw down a perceive to see if there are any people like within Aisha?
Sure, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. 19.
19. 19. Yes. You do at this point see there is a fairly well-dressed woman, a woman, human woman of obviously of means. She seems to have been. She's walking around with a little parasol. She seems to have been going for a stroll through the gardens, and she has paused to look at these strange individuals speaking to bushes, apparently.
Lady. There's a lady.
Do we want to speak
Oh.
to the lady? Do we have any
Oh, lady.
reason to speak with the lady?
Duncan stares wetly.
Drench freezes in place.
Gwendolyn will sing out. Hello.
Hello, darling.
Like the most audible blink.
Oh, Christ.
Somewhere
Yeah,
in
it's
there.
wet. One
Swap.
eye at a different time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
swap.
She just
One of them rolls backwards and goes white.
does a very polite
It's all right.
wave back.
All right. We either need to commit to speaking to this woman or leaving before she calls the guard.
Probably happy to
Right.
leave, right?
Drench
I
frozen.
still haven't moved my token. We're up here, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll move Drench too.
Thanks.
Oh yeah,
So-
Gwendolyn has also not moved.
Todd sort of looks
I'll
down
do
the
that.
path. We're
Thank
going that
you.
way.
Actually,
Yes.
Gwendolyn will sing out back to the woman. It's like, you wouldn't know where there's a cafe or anything, would you?
Good.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Doink. That is a 14.
14. So she points, very politely, she points towards the town. You get the impression she's pointing... let's do some more. Some more freehand. Sort of this general area.
Okay, the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gwendolyn will. Thank you. You're so kind. Lovely roses. Usher along the collection of monsters.
Oh man.
She waves goodbye.
Feel real bad. Poor plants, man.
So as you come down this way, you see... Whoop, wrong tool. You see a patrol, a pair of armed guards. And as they look at you, and they look at each other, and they look at you again as they're walking. And you're still like a couple of 100 feet from them, and one of them puts a hand on the other's shoulder and sort of stops him, and they turn and have a short conversation while sort of nervously glancing in your direction.
Are they?
Duncan-
Is everyone we've seen so far like just humanoid?
This is a human and and another human. It is two humans.
What a normie colony.
And the lady was
Right.
human as well, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm. Duncan is just kind of leaning on his billhook once again, asynchronously blinking.
Drench is looking at the agriculture.
Gwendolyn has sighed and has made sure that her neckline is quite plunging.
After a short conversation,
Just
the guards start walking towards you again. You can see they've moved from carrying their muskets like this to now carrying them like this.
Right.
So they're not pointing them at you, but they are now in a position where they're ready to use them if they need to.
Okay, I'm no longer resting on the billhook. It's not ready, but it is similarly, right? Like prepared, but not in an action pose yet, or in an action position yet.
All right. Try not to be too. Gwendolyn is searching for the word that is least offensive to everyone.
To normal, to
Monstrous.
what you have been.
Just everyone play
Weird.
it cool.
So one of the guards stops about 60 feet from you. The other approaches until it's about 30 feet from you and says, "Oh, they're friends. I don't think I've seen you around here before."
No, gosh, good. Thank the mother we've seen you. We're actually having a terrible day. We're the victims of a magical mishap, you see.
Magical mishap.
Yes, we were trying to teleport to Heron's Perch, and we seem to not be in Heron's Perch. Can you tell us where we are?
Give me a persuasion check, please.
Is it persuasion or deception?
Does she get advantage
Actually-
because we all look
Yeah.
lost?
I mean,
This-
it
this
is
is-
a pretty legit claim.
But it is deception.
Yes.
That's a 7.
Ooh.
You have an inspiration?
Oh, I have an inspiration.
You do, yes. I recommend using it.
Oh, I got an 11.
11.
11's better.
Oh,
Sorry, Drench is too stressed to do guidance right now.
Casting guidance on the cutting.
the guard needs to roll.
Hanging there, man.
Oof. Guard rolls a natural 20 on his insight.
Well,
Nice.
that's offensive.
You can see his eyes narrow and he says, "Uh-huh. You want to try that again?"
sure. We're the victims of a magical mishap, and we are in the wrong place. Can you direct us to a teleportation circle? Or a cafe until our magic rejuvenates?
She's doing that thing where you speak louder when somebody doesn't seem to be
Yes.
able to understand you.
Yeah. Are you
Which is
stupid?
very convincing for us being
Am I
tourists.
speaking the right language of human?
Okay. Let's make this deception with advantage, because
I mean, I
Of-
feel like all of us look
yeah.
stupid and lost.
or performance if it's higher. It's up to you.
Duncan has started gibbering in Aquan just to add to the effect.
Dran's just
Perception
crouching
is
down and
definitely
trying
higher.
to talk like rice seedlings or something.
All right,
whatever it
that's
is.
better. That's a 24.
Okay. The guards look at each other. The one further back still has his musket in a ready position, but the one closer to you lifts it up and says, well, if it's a wizard you're looking for, you should head to the tower. Otherwise, the wicked pixie is just up that way.
Oh, both wonderful options. Thank you. Very helpful.
It says, for
There you
the,
go.
yeah, for the tavern, just turn left down there and you'll see it. After the prison barracks, you'll see it on the right.
Thank you. Gwendolyn's going to cast Minor Illusion and just bestow some, like, beautiful green sparkles over him. So, Mother bless you for your help.
And Mother bless you too. Thank you.
Hey,
Oh,
hey
thank
man,
you.
I got a question.
Yeah?
Who owns the garden?
Oh, that's
It's beautiful.
That's the commandant's.
A cormorant? A bird owns that place?
The commandant.
Oh,
Oh,
that?
Yeah, the commandant.
commandant.
The
Sorry, as I
commandant?
said, we are very far from where we are supposed to be.
He sighs and
Beautiful.
says,
They have like
Little
they got a
town
bunch
you
of
have.
non-native trees in there, man.
the
You know, they can get
person-
really invasive.
that's not my business.
Sorry, where did you say where we were? Where are we? What is this
Business,
place? What
yeah.
does it do? What do you do here?
Don't know that. This is Liberty.
No, sorry, we just sort of popped up.
This is Liberty Bay.
What's that then?
It's. Where did you say you were before this?
Oh, we were in Providence.
Providence. Well, we're far from Providence now. We're like the other side of the Wandering Isles. This is a small penal colony. It's run by the Oceanic Trading Company for the Kingdom of Taras.
Oh, how
Oh.
interesting. And what do the penals do here?
There's, mostly most of them mine the sulfur.
Oh, that's what that smell is.
Yes, you're now becoming aware of a faint sulfurous smell. It's not very strong here. We're not quite Rotorua.
Boy, there are like hot springs here, man.
He says, I've heard there are some inland. I haven't seen them though.
Oh,
Look,
nice.
we should get back to our patrol.
Thank you so much. You've been wonderful. We will move along and
Is the bird?
enjoy your little town before we move back to our other side of the
Is the
large
wizard
island
also
we
a
inhabit.
bird? What's
No,
the wizard's
nope.
name, man?
Gwendolyn is just urging everyone along now.
Yeah, but
Just
Gwen.
on we
the
go.
bird- The bird owns the house,
being
Gwen.
one of those
Like,
background characters in, like, Tatooine or whatever. He's just a big cloaked thing that sort of bows and continues.
Yeah, one of
just
the
having a big conniption about a bird owning a house.
second guard has been
Not a
silent
bird.
this whole time. As he walks past, he just sort of looks at Todd and then turns and then does a double take and catches up with the first one, and I don't know if you're looking over your shoulder, you'll see a brief exchange of.
Gwendolyn is very pointedly not looking back because that's what suspicious
knows.
people do.
Using those hands, isn't he?
Yeah, Todd's at least got the concept of don't look conspicuous, but he is kind of huge.
He's doing his best with what the mother gave him.
Look, if he was normal sized, he might have been inconspicuous.
I mean, I think Gwen is what, 6 foot, and she's the shortest.
Yes.
So
The party giant.
based on his instructions, his directions, you believe the tavern called the Wicked Pixie is here as number 8.
Is number 8, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. Hey, Gwen.
Yes.
So why does a cormorant own a house, man?
Oh, no, it's not a cormorant, darling. It's the commandant. That means a rich asshole with military power. Or political power. Not sure.
Oh, that's way worse. I was gonna say, man, I don't think a bird would have that kind of lawn, man.
No, but a rich asshole would.
It tracks. So what are we gonna
Now,
do?
are we planning to speak to this commandant?
Or the wizard?
I was sort of hoping that we would not.
So, edible?
Oh,
I mean-
probably.
I don't know what they are.
I mean, I
Well,
Keep that one in
certainly-
back of mind.
As
I mean,
long as they're not a whale, I think it's okay.
objectively, from a distance, I would say, sure.
I was not expecting cannibalism to be a recurring theme of this campaign.
Well,
Cannibalism
is
is
not
a
fish,
fish.
man. It's not cannibalism.
It's predation.
If fish eats man,
I
I'm
admit,
sorry.
I actually,
Fish inherits the earth.
in preparation for this episode, I did actually find myself. I don't even know how I got to this tangent, but I was thinking: is it cannibalism if they're a sapient species but not your species? Anyway,
No.
No. We've all agreed.
hang on.
So it's not cannibalism then.
Google define
So you agree.
cannibalism.
Anyway, apologies.
Say it.
I will come off the cannibalism for Duncan at some point, but he was
No, it
expecting
says
whale at some
one's-
point today.
It says
so-
one's own species, so
Yeah.
Duncan,
He's
you
a
are
fish,
in the
unless he
clear.
steps out of that house and he's a fish, man. It's okay.
Yeah,
Technically,
yeah.
if we could all eat each other and it would not be cannibalism, it would be
Yeah.
impolite,
Yeah.
Immoral, even.
Mm.
but it would not be cannibalism.
And
So
actually, sometimes the law says that if you get killed and eaten by a gnoll, that's what makes you become a gnoll.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like vampires.
There's like some of the law. I mean, some of them they just have babies like normal, but some of the law is to become a particularly nasty kind of gnoll, you have to be killed and
in D&D 5e, it is actually about gnolls sort
It's like
of plant an evil seed in you in a body, mainly in hyenas, I think, actually, and they then get
In Baldur's
warped
Gate,
and
it's
twisted
hyenas.
and burst out into
Yeah,
gnolls. It's pretty
There's
horrible.
also there's like a super gnoll
So the
type which you really don't want to meet, and I think they have special conditions for how to.
the
Is it like a
zeitgeist
rat
of
king
gnolls-
knoll?
You saw
The zeitgeist of gnolls
there's
is that
super
the
nasty,
hyenas
even
consume
angrier
and consume, and
made
then like
gnoll.
I'd like to know
the seed
in
of Yimpongu is planted within them, and then when they
Mm.
consume so much, they eventually turn into a gnoll.
Todd's too polite for that though.
yeah, I was wondering if in character your characters start wondering where do little gnolls come from.
I mean, Todd could tell them.
I
I
feel
don't.
like we've been
Zinni-
hanging out for
Zinni-
like 7 days. With
Zinni
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
know,
not
but
yet.
Zinni
It's
doesn't
definitely
know,
come
but
up.
Todd probably does. So if you want to nail down how you want your lore in this game to play, David, Todd told them that.
I'm basically sticking with official, D&D gnolls. With of course Todd being a massive exception. Though Todd was still created in
Yeah.
the usual way, but
He was a gnoll and grew up a
So
gnoll,
in a
but then
hyena,
David
eats a lot
Bowie
of people.
came
Yeah.
in.
but an
Yeah.
archfey removed the demonic blood, or suppressed it. Who's to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, unionoggered, as far as we know.
Yeah,
I'm-
Nogant.
You're
I'm
Nogant.
confused greatly about what we're doing. Are we gonna go see the wizard?
I
we
don't
have a
think we have a
magical-
reason
Do we
to
have
see
a
the
magical
wizard.
Do we need to see a wizard about mercy, or are we just gonna go have a latte? I honestly forgot why we came here, man.
We
Right.
are a liberating crew.
We wait for the other
yes.
ship and find our friends.
We could talk to a wizard about mercy. We genuinely have
Right.
nothing else to do.
Mercy doesn't like wizard.
I could use a latte.
Mercy does not like wizards. That is true, Todd.
Do we get a latte and then go see the wizard, or do we get the wizard and get a latte, or should we bring him a latte, or flat white, or
Want the wizard
Right,
drink?
we could. I mean, some wizards drink coffee, surely. I don't actually know any wizards.
I don't know any wizards. I don't think.
One that I know of in Heron's Perch, and he is not down with hanging out with people.
Go look in
That
town.
seems to track from everything I've heard about wizards. They seem like jerks.
Look in town.
Go to town? Okay, we
Todd,
can go to
Yeah.
Todd, Todd seems actually a little bit excited about the thought of going to a town.
Let's do it. Let's go to
Town
town,
makes
man.
sense.
Go to a town. Let's get a drink.
Okay.
Ask a few questions, very politely and not oddly.
Okay, I mean, that's what-
Not that I don't
Everything.
celebrate the
polite.
differences of every one of you.
So
I've never really been in
Duncan
a
gives
situation
his
where I'm
best-
the most normal person in a
Duncan
group.
gives his best reassuring smile, and it's just all tombstone teeth.
Yeah.
No, don't do that again.
And it goes all the way up.
Yeah, and just straight back.
It's just like that scene from Alien where just like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there are
yeah.
more jaws than I anticipated.
Yeah, yeah.
How many plates? Today's.
so you turn left at the intersection,
Sure.
go past the penitentiary.
Okay, point.
And
Is there
you-
anything of note in the at the front end of the penitentiary? Like, what's the security like? I guess if we're walking past anyway.
There is a large double oak, a double door, probably made of oak,
Mhm.
big and solid. Big keys, a big lock on it. Looks like it is partly open at the moment, because it's in the middle of the day. Convicts are coming and going as they are put to work, but you assume it's going to be all locked up at night.
Okay.
Did you want to sort of try and peek a glance inside the compound?
Yes, somewhat surreptitiously.
Okay, in that case, I will need a stealth check.
Yeah, disadvantage for Duncan, but that's okay. I am looking.
Guidance?
Looking respectful.
It's not going to matter. That is a natural 1 and a 19. So
Okay.
We have a rogue.
is-
What are you doing?
Duncan's intelligence 10.
So as
Fishman, wet feet, chainmail.
as the four
Yes,
of you
correct.
walk past, the fishman just sort of peels off.
Oh, hey, Duncan, man, where are you going?
Twists his head around.
And you actually trip on. It looks like there's just a brick lying on the ground that somebody has dropped there,
Brick.
and you fall flat first
Ataricus.
in front
Flat.
of this little gap in the door. Which point, you see there is a guard just inside the door. Immediately, takes their musket and points it at you. And pauses for a moment and says, "What the fuck are you?"
Wow.
Tourist.
A pleasure to meet you. My
first
name
of
is
all,
Duncan
rude.
Lee.
You speak?
Wow.
I do.
This place is for convicts only.
I am beginning to understand that. I apologize. We are new to town. I was trying to find the what did we call it? The cafe?
See.
Yeah,
Oh.
Caffey. Yeah.
Cafe. The cafe.
Thank you. Yes, that one.
Are you sure you're saying that right? I don't know what that means.
Place for food and drink.
The tavern, that's just over there. Just keep walking. Or whatever it is you do.
Slap, slap.
Thank you kindly.
Slap, slap, slap.
Racism. It's shocking.
Duncan can't spring to his feet without his tail getting in the way, I would imagine. So it's much more of a spin to his feet.
Roll over.
Yeah.
And he picks up his halberd somewhere along that. So if the guard hasn't taken a decent step back, there's going to be a halberd moving at some speed. Not directly into him, but you know.
There's a door between you.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
good.
you're
So yes, Duncan will spin up.
And
Somewhat practicedly, I guess.
and you
He's done this before, fallen over.
come to the front of, well, you come to the Wicked Pixie and you realize that it's just windows looking out onto the bay, so you have to just sort of go around to the side, where I've got a lovely map that was probably going to configure the token vision.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
When you said Wicked Pixie, in my head I was like, Wikipedia.
So this is a map.
Wikipedia.
This
this
is
is
another 2-minute tabletop.
Ooh,
Map.
fancy.
Gorgeous.
Charming.
They do a lovely internal.
rustic.
Mm.
So you're all coming from this direction. You see this here is the front, and the doors are currently wide open.
Wonderful.
We go in.
After you, Miss Pendergast.
Oh, geez.
Was that a door opening noise?
Yeah, I was enjoying
Oh,
the
yeah.
sound effect.
Yeah, Foundry does that when
Mhm.
you click on the door open and door close
That
icon.
is
Mhm.
so cute. Oh my god.
After you, Duncan.
No, after you, I insist, Drench.
No, please, you. Yeah, after
Is there
you.
anyone at this cozy table?
We call
Dungeon
this a
Master?
Canadian standoff, don't we?
Basically, I assume we're all just standing there, like after viewing each other.
Todd slips by while you guys are after viewing and just follows. Well, I would, but you guys are in the way. But yeah, there we
And
go.
then Drench and Duncan go in at the same time.
So first,
Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
just
they get
both
stuck
move.
abreast in the door.
Yeah.
what you see when you enter is a number of tables. There's a little hearth burning. There are a few people currently seated at the tables. At here, there is a female halfling. She looks quite well-to-do. She's giving you sort of stern librarian vibes in terms of a longish face, small round spectacles, braided brown hair, and she's got like a big book, but it looks more like a ledger or something with lots of notes in it that she's poring over.
She's doing her taxes over lunch.
No, not there. Here, it looks like they're actually just a few guards off duty at the moment. They're in uniform, but they've put their hats down and they don't actually have any weapons on them at the moment.
Okay.
And then behind the bar over here, there is a gnome. Gnome with she's got very short, sort of spiky black hair, and she's dressed very plainly. Actually, this is probably the most commonly dressed person you've met so far in Liberty Bay. And the gnome, upon seeing the four of you enter, says, "Oh, hello. Ain't seen you for here before. Take a seat, or you can come and order with me if you want."
Thank you. We will have a sit and have a think.
Drench was gonna take a chair.
Let's sit somewhere not close to other people. Thinking this corner is good.
So there was people
Just near
here
there
and
and
here.
there.
I mean, we could
That's
sit like by the fire or like over here.
yeah. Let's sit over here.
Okay.
At the
Let's go.
thing.
Oh, daisies. Come on, Drench. Come on, buddy. Drench will pull out a chair for Gwen.
A gentle
Yeah.
furbolg. Gentle bolg?
Gentlebog.
That's how I was raised. Don't Never say that again.
Duncan will struggle with that. Sorry, chair backs. Do they have gaps for tails, or are they solid backs? Like,
No,
how
you
fucked
need
am
like
I
a-
at this point?
Pull over one of these benches.
No. You
Mm.
just turn
I
it
could
around,
side
sit on
saddle.
it,
It's fine.
sit on it backwards.
I mean, I could
Oh,
sit.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Be
True.
the
Let's have
bro
a
with
rock
the
talk.
yeah.
Yeah, Riker it.
Mm-mm.
Actually, do you know what? Excuse me. I'm going to call out to the gnome behind the bar.
Yeah.
Thank you. May I swap this for one of those? And I'm going to point at the benches near the fire.
She says, "Oh, sweet. Yeah, sure. Sorry, we I should try and have make our seating a bit more accessible, shouldn't I? Sorry."
Oh no, this is all fine. There is seating available. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't, meant to be somewhere else before I moved.
No. Just make yourself comfortable. I'm sorry, if all of if our furniture doesn't really suit your anatomy. It's I'm gonna be honest.
This will.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen. May I ask what you are?
Of course. My name is Duncan Lee. I am a Locathar from the southern depths of Keldrith.
Locathar. I'm gonna get her to do a history check.
In the meantime, I've moved that chair over to the fire and I'm just dragging this bench over.
I was gonna say, does the entire tavern go dead silent while he like?
Yeah, just. I mean, he's strong enough. He can probably lift it, right? So he's probably just going to pick it up and walk it over.
Oh, it's funnier if he.
He's a strong fish.
It's funnier if I drag it. It's true. But...
And she's gonna say, "Locathar. Yeah, I have heard of you. I'd never seen one before. Welcome. This is exciting."
Well, twist my tail. There aren't many people who would be familiar with a Locathar.
You'll probably notice that she is trying not to look at Todd, because Todd hasn't said anything, and she doesn't want to initiate that. What the hell are you?
It's just a big
seems
cloaked
fair.
figure. That's all he is.
He's a person. He's a man.
He's a
He's a
man.
little baby boy. Baby
Now,
boy.
my apologies.
We're
I
just
have been
men.
most
We're
remiss
just
in my
innocent
manners.
men.
Your name is?
I'm called Waratah.
Oh, that's lovely.
That is lovely.
In the notes, everyone.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. What do you have here that's good? What do you recommend?
I
I suspect I've just gone up to the bar at this point rather than have a conversation across, half the tavern.
Yeah, I don't have a local specialties menu, but basically it's your general standard fare at a tavern.
Slop grog.
I do have
Bowl of suspicious brown.
Great.
Come on, isn't
Wouldn't
that
happen
nice
to
enough?
have
They might have a ploughman's.
raw fish, would you? It's really most of what I eat.
And she says, raw fish.
Yeah.
Now I normally cook fish when I serve it, but you'd rather have it raw.
Raw would be ideal. I have recently discovered I can stomach cooked, but it's not my favorite.
Let
So
me
if you've
go.
got something fresh, a recent catch or something.
I mean, I could go and get something for you if you don't mind waiting.
I think we might be here for a while. Is that, fellas, team?
We have
Yeah.
nothing but time.
I'm not going
Wonderful.
anywhere. Do they sell kelp where they sell fish?
The ocean.
Oh. She says, kelp? As in, well, you want to eat kelp?
Yeah, man, it's good for you.
I've got some other vegetables I don't have kelp, but I could give you a salad.
Yeah, I love salad. Salad sounds great.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'll take a salad with grilled fish in it, please.
Okay, that's easy.
What about you, Todd? What are you feeling? You want some fish, buddy?
Todd is probably happy to have whatever's put in front of him.
He'll
don't
have
think
the
he was.
same.
Can you? No, he can have the same as Duncan. Todd, can you eat vegetables, man? I don't know.
I have not really tried.
It's not gonna give you a tummy ache.
Sure,
is
you're
it?
omnivorous.
I don't know. The only guys I've met like Todd
Meat.
preferred meat.
I think
I don't know.
I think logically it would
but-
make sense if Knowles can only really stomach meat.
I'm just let's find
Well, I
out
mean,
if he can. If a salad's gonna give him a tummy ache.
I mean, he's a curious boy, so if you offer him a salad, he'll try it.
You can have some of mine. You can have some of mine.
Well, thank you very much, Waratah.
Okay.
Don't put yourself too far out of the way for us, but that would all be lovely. Thank you.
So this is going to we'll round it to 10 copper pieces. Yeah, one silver.
wait.
One silver.
Does she
Total.
do coffee?
Does she have
I will
coffee?
say yes. Coffee has made
Oh,
it
thank
to
God.
Liberty Bay.
We will have two coffees. Does
Coffee.
Drench drink coffee? Or
Coffee
is he a
is
Absolutely.
tea?
coffee is definitely more expensive.
You want the coffee?
Do we have any money?
We
Yeah,
do.
have.
we got purses and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Shit.
Yep, you got gold. You found gold on the on the apprentice wizard.
Excellent.
Yes.
I did not add it to my inventory.
I have 6 whole gold, so I assume that's what we're meant to have.
Yeah, you've all got
I have
6. It
10
was
gold pieces. Not entirely
Thank
sure
you.
why.
interesting.
Might have been from the default add-in when you added your equipment.
I don't think so.
'Cause
His
the-
lifestyle expenses poor.
Yeah, because the dead wizard had 24 gold.
Right, yep. Okay.
So you
They
should
should
all
have
have
6.
6 gold each.
Okay,
All
Dredge,
right.
I don't know where you got that money from, babe, but no. He's
So-
kind of worthy. He's
Maybe
gonna end up with
crabs and birds
$20,000
just bring him the coins.
Seabirds bringing him shinies.
I
Shiny
do
tickets,
have
yeah.
a friend who legit has a corvid that brings him round shiny things in exchange
Yeah.
for meat. So like
My friends in Washington have like flocks of corvids that come to them
with gifts.
with gifts. They feed them and they bring them things.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Wonderful. So Duncan has moved the bench over and has stretched out bodily along it.
So
Oh, you're
all
planking?
together.
Basically, like his legs and arms off the side, but like full body stretch.
So with drinks and so forth, it'll come to a total of 2 silver for everything. So you can divide that up
What's
how
that
you
divided
please.
by 4?
Dredge
Divided by
puts
4
one
is
gold
5
on the
copper pieces
table.
each.
Dredge has put a gold on the table. He
Okay.
doesn't understand the ways of money the opposite way that Aussie doesn't understand the ways of money.
In that case, she will very gratefully take the gold and say, "I'll be back in a moment with the change."
Thanks. Yeah, you can keep the change, man. They're just trinkets. I don't have any use for those little shiny things.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not using
Are
it.
you going to interject, Gwenny?
Gwenny is also anal about money in a different way to Dagmar was.
we are the same. I don't know, man. I'd like a seagull brought me that.
But she's also not opposed because Waratah seems nice and I'm sure she's underpaid. So
Waratah is nice, and yes,
we
if
believe in
she's serving-
tipping.
If
It's
she's
fine.
serving coffee,
That's
And,
more of a benevolent sigh from Gwendolyn.
And she says, "Oh, I should ask. You looking for a room or rooms?"
Well, we might be in need of rooms.
I guess.
and on how long we wait.
Yeah, it's a good point. How we don't know, do
Yes. 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 Yes.
So where'd you come from? I didn't see any ships come dock in today.
No, it's a funny story. We are here purely by accident. Gwenny is just going to relay the teleporting story.
Okay. Give me a deception roll with advantage because
We've told it once.
Twice.
you've had practice and you've made a good impression with her.
Yay, yeah, I had to do it twice with the one man.
I do love that you just yelled at him.
24.
24.
Both. I rolled 24
Double
on both
19s.
dice. Yeah.
Yes.
And okay. All right, give me an insight check, please.
Okay. Oh no, my insight is pretty low. 17.
17. So you're pretty sure that she believes you, but there's a moment when you tell her about, something interfered with a teleportation spell and it's weird, you don't know. There's a moment where she looks nervous,
Oh,
but
Girl.
interesting.
she covers it up quickly and then says, "Oh, wow, you are not only far from home, you're far from where you meant to go, aren't you? Well,
Quite.
oh, certainly. Look,
Well, we were going to Heron's Perch for something of a holiday anyway. This place seems quite nice. We might stay a while.
look, I shouldn't do this. First night's on the house, okay?
Oh, thank you so much. You're
Thank
so
you.
kind.
It sounds like you've been
Right.
through enough already. You don't need someone charging you just for a roof over your head at this point.
That is
Todd.
so sweet. We're the first people we ran into who held weapons at us. So this is much nicer.
And she says, "Oh yeah, that's what to understand. A significant portion of the population here are convicts, and many of whom are not very happy about being convicts or about being, essentially forced labor here, and
It's understandable.
might choose to do something untoward if." Anyway,
It sounds like a tense situation.
I'm glad you're right. I'm sorry for your ordeal. I guess if we can't find a way, if you don't have a means of magicking your way forward, you have to wait for a boat, won't you?
One option. We were pointed towards a wizard earlier.
Yeah, there was the cormorant and then the wizard.
She says, "There is a wizard. They don't often see people, is my understanding."
Depends on wizards. What's their name?
Interesting.
Maybe if we knock on the door.
She says, I don't know their name. I've not had any dealings with them myself. I've never needed to.
Wow. It's not like a wizard to not grandstand. Weird.
That's true, and in such a small community.
Wonder what
I
they're
suppose the
hiding.
tower is grandstand enough.
She's-
Yeah, if it's doing all the wizard. I heard
How?
that there's a floating tower in Providence. That one's not even floating.
She says, well, the wizard works. I'm not sure whether they work with the company or for the company, or whether the company's working for them. Is my understanding is when convicts here become troublesome, they're sent to the wizard. I don't know
Okay.
what happens in there, but I'm not aware of any coming back.
Right,
Huh.
they sound like someone we should avoid. Potentially, probably.
So bad.
I try to avoid them. Yes.
So a ship would
You
be.
will.
Do you know of any? I don't know. Do they come in? Do they leave very often?
She says, every couple of weeks there'll be a trade ship coming through. There's a lot of sulfur that gets shipped out on a regular basis. A bit of a stinky ride, but a reliable one. We have
Sorry,
also
sulfur's miraculous for your skin, I've heard.
we also have the occasional convict transport. They're always looking for passengers, goods, or whatever for the return journey.
That's interesting. That could be very handy.
Is there like
Hmm.
one scheduled to come in? How many weeks do we have to wait, man?
She says, I don't know. It's not my understanding, it's not very precise. When a boat it arrives, depending on where the wind takes it. So,
Has one been in recently?
So true, man.
she says, not for. It's been at least a week since the last one came through. Given the time you've been at sea, you'll know that therefore means that Newland has not arrived yet.
Nice. Journal updated.
She says,
Well, a
Now,
room would be lovely. Thank you. We will need multiple rooms. We're not that friendly. I mean, well, we are friendly, but we're not.
I'm gonna need a bucket,
I got
He
you,
has
man.
special needs.
a large one, ideally.
she says, you mean
More a tub than a bucket.
so like a bath?
Yes, that would be ideal.
She says, do you want that in the room you're staying in?
If I'm not fully submerged every once in a while, I'd die. I'd
Oh.
prefer to sleep underwater.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right. I understand.
So even if you have a well, you could throw me down.
I don't think you should sleep in the drinking water, man.
But no, I could.
Probably a bad idea. Yeah.
I can certainly have a tub moved into one of the rooms.
Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. That would be ideal.
God, aside to Drench. Nice lady.
Very
you're
nice.
Lovely, man. Room 9.
And
Ooh, some of these rooms are shared.
so further down, your options are basically you can have the room with 4 beds for free for one night. If you want more than that, more rooms, then she will start charging you.
Oh, that's fine. We can hang out
I'm happy
in
with
the
4
same
beds.
room.
Well, 3 beds in a tub.
3 beds in a tub, yeah.
You know, that's
Rubber-dub-dub.
I was gonna say, I know that song.
Mhm.
Look, it's much bigger than our cell. We
It's
coped
much
fine
bigger
in
than
there.
the cabin on our boat, too.
Mhm.
And okay, with that sorted out, she'll say, "All right, look, I'll be back in a moment with your food, and then I'll get to preparing food for everyone. So, just take it easy, put your feet up, get your wind back. I'll be back soon." As she goes, she just sort of shouts to the guards, the off-duty guards, and says, "Hey boys, I'm just stepping out for a bit. No, make sure nobody robs the place while I'm gone. All right?" And they go, "Yeah, you got it." And yeah, so it's the 4 of you there. You'll be fed soon. Is there anything else you want to do while you're just sort of sitting here and waiting for your food?
I will just mention that we're getting close to time, probably.
Yeah.
Like this actually kind of feels like a pretty nice denouement. But
Uh,
Todd doesn't
we're
have
not
anything to do except to
Seeing
try the salad.
anything? Yeah, and we're not seeing anything out the window over Gwen's shoulder at this point.
You are seeing. Let me check the map.
Yeah, because that kind of looks out over the.
Yeah.
Oh no, that looks over warehouses, doesn't it? So.
It is actually the warehouses are on a lower level, so the settlement sort of climbs up a hill, so you are looking out over the bay.
Great.
Wow. prime real
And
estate.
no, as you look out, you do not see the Newland just happen to arrive. But
Yeah,
if you
cool.
were
That
to,
was- yeah,
if you wanted to see a boat as it docked, this would not be a bad place for it.
that was the
although-
vibe I was getting from the windows, right?
Yeah.
That we could at least keep an eye on the bay from there.
Lovely.
Okay. So I think that is now a good time to end tonight's session. So congratulations, you've made it to Liberty Bay. You have
As non-convicts.
yes, you have successfully. What's the
Remit.
word I'm looking for?
Infiltrated.
That's the one. You have infiltrated the settlement. You are undercover as victims of a magical accident. And who knows what the next session will bring. I look forward to it. Thank you to my players for playing. Thank you everyone for watching. We will be back next week to see what unfolds.
You boy.
Bye.